Yellow guys. So this video we are going to, not much of unboxing because I've already opened this and I've already tried it as well. So it's just going to be like a second impression kind of a thing, but I'll show you the package for unboxing enthusiasts. So it's like 100 ml. It's called Triumph Elixir. um, this is at the bottom, and at the top, at the back, they have mentioned the notes here. uh, so it says top notes vetiver, heart notes patchouli, and base note labdanum. Funny, I saw there's nothing on the sides. I'm seeing a violet leaf at the top on Fragrantica, I guess. So the main reason it's nothing. It's like a typical uh, boss presentation. It's nothing special. Very simple, straightforward. So the bottle has some kind of like a green tint to it, as you can see. It looks black from a distance, but if try to find out the actual color, you'll see like a green tint, as you can see. So what we'll do, we'll try this and we'll also compare it with Absolu, because I think they are both like similar fragrances. They are both dark and kind of niche for a designer fragrance, I would say, because it's not that often we come across designer houses that make this kind of fragrances, right? So I got this because I tried this like like last week or the week before. I was at the Paramara Myers, and I just casually tried this and I really liked it. I was like surprised. Wait a minute, what is this? Oh yeah, and by the way, is the code or whatever. What's these two? Oh my god, what? Yeah, so 3348 is like the batch code. It says perform, but I don't know. It's like Elixir. So you decide what concentration it says Elixir, but it's like a perform concentration apparently. So I really like the smell of it when I because it's patchouli. I like patchouli. I'm a patch ho. Anything patchouli, I immediately like it. And then I thought, okay, why to buy it at Myers or the retail price? I can maybe find it at a chemist or something like that. But then when I started searching for it, I realized that it was some kind of limited edition. So it's not available everywhere. It was only available at the Bondi chemist. So I immediately placed the order and yeah, click and collect. One of my friends collected it for me. So yeah, let's get into the anyway. I've already so this is the cap. The cap has boss letters written on it. Cheap cap with plastic, nothing special. So as I said, I've already tried this. It's not going to be any kind of surprise to me. So beautiful patchouli in the opening, really dark and wet kind of patchouli, very green, very kind of herbal, very moth barley kind of patchouli. Beautiful. I like patchouli in any kind of form, but I think this, the wetness, and then the and this facet of it, of this patchouli, stays for a bit. I remember this lasts a very long time. Like I remember spraying it at around like 9:30, 10 in the morning, and I could smell it easily till 6, easily till 6. And then after 6 it started to like fade a bit. Fade, I in the sense like I couldn't, like it wasn't like it was like dying down. That's what I'm trying to say. I couldn't smell much, but I like I had sprayed it on my this thing hand, right? Like I could smell a little bit of it, but like around like how many hours is this? 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 hours easily. And my colleague, I did a spray on my colleague, and he said he could smell it like even at night. So longevity is not an issue with this fragrance. It has really good longevity. But let's talk about the development and the top, middle, and the bottom thing of it. So this is a proper leather patchouli fragrance, right? So as per the note, like the official website, it has a vetiver, patchouli, and labdanum or violet leaf, depending on where you look at it. So the main reason that I bought this fragrance, like I was expecting 50-50 mix of patchouli and vetiver with maybe a violet leaf nuance to it or whatever, right? Uh, that's what I was. That's the picture I was having in my mind. But it turned out to be like very what do I say? Very I keep forgetting the right word. Like it's like it's not a. It doesn't change. It stays the same throughout the 8 hour, 9 hour span of it, right? And it's basically a leather, a dirty patchouli, and the dirtiness is basically leather. So it's like a leather patchouli fragrance through and through. It doesn't like change. It doesn't develop into something else or anything. And I was a bit disappointed with that. And the disappointment is not because it doesn't smell good or anything. Disappointment is more about what was advertised and what I was getting on my skin, right? I wanted a bit more of vetiver, and I was expecting something like incident diplomatic and something in that um, um, what do you call it, like something similar to incident diplomatic, or yeah, such a fragrance where it, because I have enough patchouli fragrances in my collection. I wouldn't have gotten this if I wanted just another patchouli fragrance. And and even within patchouli, I have like lots of leather patchouli too. Like for example, Monsieur is a leather patchouli. Frederick Mal, I have that. It reminds me of that. Tom Ford patchouli absolu. I'm not sure if it's a leather patchouli, but let me double check. Patchouli Absolu, is it a leather patchouli? And it's a discontinued fragrance anyway, so I don't use it that much. Uh, so what does it? Yeah, so Patchouli Absolu also has leather in it. So I have way too many leather patchouli fragrances in my collection. So I wasn't looking for another leather patchouli fragrance. But having said that, it's not a bad fragrance. If you're into leather and patchouli, you would love this fragrance. It's like I would call this like a budget um, Tom Ford Patchouli Absolu or a budget Frederick Mal Manzoor, you know, um, to give you like an idea as to what this smells like. Because I don't smell any violet leaf at all, right? On paper, I could smell it. Because I tested it both on paper and on my skin. On paper I could smell the violet leafy kind of nuance in the fragrance, but on my skin it basically within 5 minutes it becomes a leather patchouli, and it stays a leather patchouli for 8 9 hours. For around, like, after the 8 hour mark, the vetiver slowly comes, like, starts to appear. But by the time the vetiver starts to appear, the fragrance has already died down. I am not even smelling anything. What is the point, right? So, I mean, it's not something that I'm really liking it at this moment. And also, the season could be playing a role as well, in the way that I react to it right now, because I think this one would be a killer fragrance in winter. It was really really cold, like I'm talking about under 10 degrees. Beautiful fragrance, this one. If you want leather patchouli in budget, look no further. This is the best uh, leather patchouli for $100, 100 Australian dollars. Money can buy 110, I guess. That's how much I spent on this, and it's 100 ml. Very good value for money. But if you're not a patchouli lover, or if you're not a leather patchouli lover in specific, I don't think you'll like it. Now, I wanted to compare this with uh, patchouli absolu. Well, this is another fragrance that I bought few months back, and it's like an equally dark and high-end niche kind of fragrance within the Boss Bottle line. Now, let me spray this and then remind myself. Oh my God, this is a bit too much, bro. I'll tell you what happened with this. I When I tried this at the mall, when I bought this, I was so in love and so happy that I found a fragrance so dark and like so niche, like at the designer level. But oh, there's something in this fragrance that is too much, bro. I don't think I've ever felt like this smelling a fragrance. It's a bit too much. I think it's most likely the Vana in it that is that is there's something about this fragrance that it's too heavy. It's way too heavy. So this is pure patchouli, the Boss Bottle Elixir, Triumph Elixir. This one, this is green, this is dark, this is wet. It's literally suffocating. This probably one of two or three fragrances that I've smelled in my collection that literally suffocates me when I smell this. Ah, too much. This is too much. I know this is a very popular fragrance. When I got it, I also liked it a lot. But like after wearing it for a couple of days, I realized like, this is too much. And I have a feeling it's the Davana that's playing spoil sport in this fragrance. I don't know. Um, but I'll have to test this in winter as well, because these are fragrances that would do really good in winter. I might even, I'm planning to sell this. If anyone wants to buy, let me know. It's a bit too much. This one though, I may not sell it because it's a patchouli after all. It's leather patchouli, but I might use it almost exclusively in winter. It's not definitely not for summer or any other season. All right, I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.